As a Sony A7S III owner, I am well used to the abandoned feeling I got when I was left outside a dumpster in a back alley when I was 6 years old. I deal with the pain now mainly through foods that comfort me. I know I'll never be treated like a younger brother. Much more exciting than I was, I get it. Add all the new features to him. Give him the toys. What do we need? I think there was a meeting. All right, fellas, time for something new, something fresh. You know what I mean? You know that feeling when your dog gets so old he can barely move because you fed him nothing but pork rinds? We need like a little puppy around here, something that can outperform the older dog, but still lets the dog know that he's loved in some ways. We'll still give him like the canned unicorn meat, but he's not gonna get to sleep at the foot of the bed. Do you have any ideas for a product like that? Of course we do, boss. We have plenty of features in the lineup just waiting to be implemented in our current lineup. We have to be careful not to step on former users' feet. We can't just bring A7S III specs into a new, cheaper, smaller, lighter body that's better in every way. It's not going to sit well, so as long as we don't debunk the A7S III, a little cripple hammer borrowing, I'm sure Canon's ready to lease that thing out. Everybody will be happy. Totally agreed. I love that people bought the A7S III. I respect them and their decisions. It took so long from the Mark II to the Mark III. It was so exciting. Of course, people bought that thing, and we love them. We appreciate them. So this new, let's make a camera with the same sensor, same specs, does everything that that body could do, but make it lighter, better stay, little dynamic mode, little features like focus breathing comp, new AI processor. It'll track you around your house for less money. So like I was saying earlier, as long as it doesn't completely beat the A7S III, but it sounds like it's the same and better for cheaper and less money. So like we could just update the A7S III to have some of these new features and then keep them happy because they spent how much? What? $4,600? Oh boy, that's gotta hurt the old wallet. Huh? Does anybody carry those? They always make you sit with the lump in your bum. I don't even like that. Sarah, we can't actually put the features of this new ZV-E1 flagship into our old decrepit A7S III body. I know it looks on paper like, oh, we have the same processor, same sensor, same electronics, even better heatsink, but more potential in the A7S III. It would add like us having to go to work more, and who wants to do that? I wake up at noon. What time did you get up? Earlier than that? You're not getting your beauty sleep, are you? It's just that we've been getting a lot of complaints that the A7S III is not getting the more advanced features of our lower end budget models. No animal eye detect, no focus breathing. There's rioters outside our office right now. I'm afraid for my life if we don't update that thing with a firmware. Give them something, boss. They already have something, Sarah. It's the receipt in their pockets for the A7S III, and it'll always remind them. They can look at it and be like, wow, that was a lot of money. Maybe I should have waited. And we teach patience here at Sony. You wait. In a couple years, we debunk you. Just be patient. I know, a new shiny toy. Just hold off on that, maybe. Because it's never going to see an update. Ever. Ever.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So the Sony ZVE1 has debunked our lives. A7S III owners jumping off heights unknown into waters shallower than they should be. Was I given the camera to release as a respected reviewer of the community? No. I was withheld. I was invited to a meeting one day before launch for some reason. Oh, thanks. So we have devolved back down to reviewing the reviews. I have watched Gerald Undun's review, Potato Jet, CVP, nice information there, DP Review, standing on their last legs, just going through the motions at this point, pain, suffering, boiling up in their hearts. I wrote down a bunch of notes. Before we get that, audio different today, is it? Just a little side plug here. I got a new mic arm. I hope you can't hear that. Oh boy. This thing is fantastic. It's such low profile. It like hides on your desk, folds, it's tiny, and then you pull it out. Fantastic. Oolonzy. Shop down below through my affiliate links, and you will know love in your audio mouth. Thus concludes our agreement of me mentioning your product and you giving it to me for free. I love it. Thank you. So this Sony ZVE1, I gotta be honest with you, as an A7S III owner, it hurts. It hurts having so many fun features and just better in every way except potentially overheating. And just a little, I have a feeling they withheld 4K 120p for future firmware because it overheats so fast. They wanted to get the first flood of positive reviewers out, showing all the fun new features. And then when it hits, it's like, you're allowed 14 seconds burst. I'm so sorry. Right now it's just a conspiracy theory with no backing, much like you needing a driver's license to drive a car, because you're not a driver for commerce, which is what that means. Thank you, Black's Law Dictionary. That was a fun purchase. If I was a vlogger looking to get into full frame territory, could you really look beyond that? I mean, we'll talk a little bit about this versus the Canon R8, Panasonic S5 II, similar prices. That's what all you demand whenever I compare something within an 800 window too high. You're like, it's so unfair. How could you do this to us? You should have rented something. I'll rent your mom. The strange thing, the only thing you're losing as an A7S III owner is the amazing viewfinder and potential overheating, which it might not even. If I was doing YouTube stuff, I'd be in 1080p. That's never going to overheat. And then the odd bit of slow-mo 4K 120 is probably going to be just fine. Then you got like dynamic stabe and all this fun stuff. Different colors. I could be playing around with black bars. For less money. I hold comfort in my heart as I look through my viewfinder, and it's beautiful. For wildlife, even though I have no animal eye detect, which this has. I love the having something and not needing it versus you. So here are the features that stood out to me and the potential downsides of them. This dynamic active mode, it makes it 30% more stable, which sounds like a 30% crop, but it's not. It's more. It's 50. In real terms, it's 150 times crop, because that's an aps-c crop. That hurts, but the potential, if you were to get this for vlogging, dare we dream you get the aps-c lens, 11mm 1.8. It crops into this super steady version. You're still ultra wide. You might even get that 15mm 1.4 and still be super wide enough. Dare you dream it. But like right now, if I was to vlog on the Sony A7S III, it's the 20mm 1.8 that I'd be doing. Ah man, you're looking at 30 mils now with that crop. That would hurt. So you have to either get the 14mm 1.8 if you're sticking to full frame, or the 16-35, sacrificing the tonne to the gods. 24. And then it's cropping. I lean the 11mm 1.8 for fun, and then you switch into normal modes and it's unusable. Sorry about that. It has this weird zoom tracking feature, which I could do too, but what they don't tell you is, now your audio sucks. Oh, look, he's tracking me around. Uh-oh, this is cool. Oh, thanks, Canon. I'm glad you have this built in. How's the audio? Still good out here? It's not. It's not going to be. You need a lav mic externally. Did you think of that, vlogger? You're not going to do it, are you? You're not going to do it. You're just going to dance around out there with bullshit audio. I swear, you're wind muffs. But honestly, it's a cool little feature that I could be having fun with. It could be a recurring segment. You don't know that it couldn't be fun. I don't get it on my Sony A7S III. I need that AI chip, and I will steal one. I'll break into a camera store and rip that thing out and put it on myself. It doesn't look very smooth. I guess, I don't know if you can change the slowness of it. So maybe nobody had good settings and they didn't experiment like I would have if I had reviewed it to ultra slow and then it's moving. Oh, it does kind of look like someone's filming him. Right out of the box, it's a little jerky and like, why are you doing this to us? But I want it. Now, one interesting feature, if you had a friend somehow come into the room, oh, hey man, come in my show. So I have a friend and he's not in focus, is he? That makes me look unprofessional and egotistical because he's blurry, doing whatever he's doing. What are you doing? What is that? There's no music playing. Are you dancing or something? How is that a dance? That's not, no one would do that in a club. Is that hip hop or something? Oh God, you Generation Z vloggers, I can't stand them. Oh boy. So it's cool that Sony will now stop down the toniature and your dumbass friend will also be in focus. That's kind of cool. I don't mind that at all. And don't think we haven't noticed the irony of the planned firmware coming in the ZV-E1 while we beg for firmwares in the A7S III. Don't think that isn't lost on us. We know you can do it and plan to do it. And your new, fun, little younger brother. What happens to us old dogs? Huh? Where's the laugh? What I didn't see anybody talking about is, are all these new AI features able to be used with third-party lenses? I doubt it. And this is the kind of thing everybody was mad at Canon because they're like not letting third-party lenses have autofocus and like, oh, look at Canon, I'm going to Sony. But then Sony's going to come out with all these new features that, oh, sorry, it doesn't work with your Sigma. Oh, no. We have Sony lenses for sale. Do you want one? They're a bit pricey. I'm sure you could sell yours. When it comes to would I buy it, if I didn't have the Sony A7S III or this, and I'm just looking into a Canon R8 or this or a Panasonic, that'd be a tough one. It would be tough. With the R8, you have no IBIS. That hurts. They have digital and lens stable on some. 180p is okay, but this with Sony you get 240p just like the A7S III. You got IBIS and dynamic IBIS and cropping fun IBIS, following you around IBIS. It's so much more fun looking, and you get bars with different colors. What's Canon gonna do for you there? Nothing. With Panasonic you get better IBIS, but do you even have a lens that you love? You don't. So it's like, I don't know, I don't see like, yeah, okay, you're not overheating, you're professional with your 6K, wow. It doesn't overheat, I can take it to a client's house, wherever the clients live and what people who work do. I don't know, that whole relationship, it's sketchy at best. But why would you choose the Panasonic? Just for the better stabe? Because Sony will match it with the crop and you get a wider lens, then you're cropped and you're no longer full frame. But if it's absolute full frame you need, with the 20-60, a battery flashing really Canon, something Sony would never do, with a nice battery in there. I don't know, I think I lean the Sony. Like, why wouldn't you? The Canon R8 has that terrible battery and it's only like maybe 20 grams lighter. With that battery, there's zero reason. I hate you, Sony. It's a little pricey. It is up there. 2200 and a lens, you're looking $3,000 plus. That's high-end vlogging. You need to wear a tuxedo and have a black and white cat with you at all times. Thing will detect it probably and then switch between you and stop down the toniature automatically. AI freak. You don't even have to use your brain anymore. You bunch of children. I do have a planned AI rant video coming, so we won't go into further details here, but not bad, Sony. Thanks for not including me in the launch. I could have had so much fun. I was depressed. It's winter here in Canada. I'm sad. That would have cheered me up. Thanks for letting me in the meeting. I did take over the meeting, by the way. I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. It was in a new Microsoft thing. He skipped over a slide. The first slide listed all these specs. I was like, oh, look at that. And then he skipped over it. And I was like, what's that? And then there was this button there that said, like, take over the meeting. And I didn't think it would show for everyone. So I clicked it and started scrolling back to the slide. And then the guy talking, he was like, what's going on? oh, Casey's taking over the meeting. I was like, oh shit, stop that. That's on me, fellas. I am sorry for that. I just wanted to see the first slide. That's on me. So, not bad, Sony. Affiliate links will be available to you all. My battery is still flashing. Audio was fun. Buy that thing. That arm. Fantastic. Subscribe for more videos. See you later.